Alright, so it's time for something I haven't done in a while, and that is a regular gaming news video. Now, because it isn't fully Final Fantasy related, I don't expect this video to do very well, but in a roundabout way, this topic could relate to companies like Square Enix and their games in the future. That topic being Capcom announcing a new version of their incredibly powerful gaming engine, RE Engine. So if any of that sounds cool to you, feel free to click the like button, and if you'd like to stick around, you can subscribe as well. It's always appreciated. So this info is coming to us from Okami Games on Twitter, who simplified the video explaining all of this information on the new Rex engine from Capcom. Rex being a combination of RE Engine, which actually stands for Reach for the Moon Engine, not Resident Evil Engine, and Next Gen, with the massive emphasis on the letter X. Voila, now we have the Rex engine. Unfortunately, it doesn't seem like a cheeky nod towards the Dino Crisis franchise, but it still sounds pretty cool. He goes on to talk about how this engine will still maintain all of the previous features of the RE engine, but make improvements to handle larger numbers of assets and growing technology, i.e. a much more powerful engine. RE engine is already one of the best and most consistent engines on the market, powering all of Capcom's games from the past few years, from Resident Evil 7 all the way to Resident Evil 4 Remake, the Monster Hunter franchise, and most recently Street Fighter 6. I'm hoping one day soon we can add Onimusha and Dino Crisis remakes to that list too. Make the games, Capcom, you cowards! The engine is incredibly versatile and proven to be reliable as well. Real-time lighting, stability, and overall visual fidelity are impressive with the engine. I think its only real drawback is odd-looking water, but that's a pretty minor complaint. You're probably wondering how this correlates to other companies like Square Enix and games like Final Fantasy. Well, further reporting hints at Capcom potentially looking to commercialize the Rex engine moving forward, much like Epic Games has done with the Unreal Engine, with Unreal recently expanding into film and television on productions like The Mandalorian, using the engine to render real-time environments as sets. The Capcom info speaks more towards expanding into government and other external applications, but if Capcom is smart, they could easily license Rex to other gaming companies. In recent years, Square Enix attempted to create their own in-house engines with Crystal tools in the Luminous engine. Luminous proved to be difficult to use, and eventually some of Square's projects that started out on that engine were moved over to Unreal 4. It wasn't confirmed, but Final Fantasy XVI was rumored to be created on its own proprietary engine as well. Many speculate that it's a modified version of the engine used in Final Fantasy XIV, but nobody involved with either production has made any official statements on that. Now, if Capcom were to license out the RE/Rex engine, then other companies would have to pay a licensing fee to use the engine, which would include a percentage of sales as well. Square is already technically doing that by using the Unreal Engine, but with how easy and versatile the RE engine is, maybe giving that a shot wouldn't be such a bad idea. Either way, seeing a Final Fantasy game created with the RE engine would be dope. So who knows, maybe one day in the future, should Capcom decide to license this really awesome engine to other developers, we could see a Final Fantasy 18 or 19 or 20, who knows at that point, be created on something like the Rex engine. Hopefully by then we do have Dino Crisis and Onimusha remakes as well, and maybe even some sequels to those too. But it'll be super exciting to see an actual real-time demo of the Rex engine in action, just to see how improved the engine really is, because as it is now, the RE engine is again very impressive. Games like Resident Evil 4 Remake, even back to Resident Evil 7 Remake, all look spectacular, with characters looking super realistic, environments and lighting looking spectacular, weather effects, the engine overall just being really powerful and not really coming into any issues like stuttering or graphical hitches is super impressive. So to see something like that potentially get expanded, I think would be really awesome, and I'm crossing my fingers that that does eventually happen. So with that being said, that is the video. I know it's much more different than what I normally do, or at least what most people have come to my channel for, which is Final Fantasy, but back when I started making videos, before I started covering Final Fantasy consistently, this is what I did. I talked about gaming news that I thought was super interesting and fun, regardless of how well the video itself will perform. This is stuff that I just find very fascinating. But if you made it to the end of the video, thank you. That's awesome. And let me know in the comments down below, what do you guys think of the RE engine? Are you somebody who is a fan of Capcom games? Have you played Resident Evil 4 Remake or any of their recent attempts like Monster Hunter and Street Fighter 6? And are you familiar with this engine? And is it something you would like to see companies like Square Enix use in the future? I will see you guys in the next video. Please remember to always be excellent to one another.